Hello, everyone, and this is Bram Sportes. Thank you so much for watching. I am your host, Brandon Ramos. Today is Wednesday, June the 18th, 2025, and let's get started with the scores and stats from games that occurred in these past couple of days. And let's get started with the NHL Stanley Cup final between the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers. Panthers coming into game 6 up 3-2 in the series. And guess what? They won again game 6 in their home ice. They get the win 5-1 and they become back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Congratulations to them. 5-1 was the final score in Game 6, with four of those goals scored by Sam Reinhart. He finished with 7 goals in this series. And then his teammates Brad Marchand had 6 goals in this series. Sam Bennett had 5 goals. And this is the second team ever in Stanley Cup history where three players score five or more goals in the series. And once again, the Florida Panthers go back to back after winning last year. So, congratulations to the Florida Panthers, once again, NHL Stanley Cup champions. And let's go now to the NBA final. Let's see what happened in game 5 between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Series tied at 2 coming into this game. And here the Thunder got the win at home, 120 to 109. And now they are one win away from winning their first NBA title since moving to Oklahoma City. And here Jalen Williams, the leading scorer of this game, with 40 points. He also had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, a huge player in this game. His teammate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 31 points, also 10 assists, 4 blocks in this game. Chet Holmgren had 9 points, just 1 point shy of a double-double, as he had 11 rebounds. And on the Indiana Pacers side of things, and MSU alum Pascal Siakam, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. What a game there for Pascal Siakam once again. And then we also had TJ McConnell coming off the bench with 18 points in this game. Tyrese Halliburton, 4 points. That was due in part because he had an injury in his calf in the first quarter that limited him in this game. So we'll see how he goes in game 6. Still no word on if he's gonna play in game 6, but we'll update you and we'll see what happens in game 6. That will be on Thursday night, tomorrow night, back at Indiana once again. Oklahoma City leading the series 3-2. That means winning tomorrow gives them their first NBA Finals title since moving to OKC. Indiana, of course, trying to force a Game 7 back at Oklahoma City. And now let's take a look at some MLB scores from Tuesday night. Let's start with the Miami Marlins, who defeated the Philadelphia Phillies 8-3. The Marlins were down in this game 3-2, but then they had 3 runs in the sixth, one in the seventh, two in the eighth. The offense exploded for the Marlins late in the game, and they get the win 8-3. The Detroit Tigers defeat the Pittsburgh Pirates 7-3. Javier Baez, 2 home runs in this game, a big factor for the Tigers' win. The Washington Nationals and the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies won this game 10-6. The Rockies had 7 home runs in this game, 4 of them coming in the seventh inning. The Angels defeated the Yankees 4-0, and for the Yankees, this is 29 straight innings without scoring at least a run. So an offense not being a big factor for the Yankees lately. On the other side of things, Los Angeles Angels they get the win for nothing. Kyle Hendricks, the starting pitcher, he went 6 innings with 9 strikeouts and allowed 4 hits. A big factor there for the Angels getting the win. The Blue Jays come back and beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 5-4. The Blue Jays were down 4-3 heading into the bottom of the ninth inning, but then Bo Bichette started off, tied the ball game with a solo home run. Then the next batter, Addison Barger, came in and walked it off for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Cincinnati Reds defeated the Minnesota Twins 6-5. The Twins were down in this game. Then a three-run double in the sixth inning, top half of the sixth inning, gave them the lead. But then Cincinnati, right back at it in the bottom of the sixth, a two-run double, and that gave them the win in this game. The Atlanta Braves walk off the New York Mets 5-4 in 10 innings. And it was an Austin Riley walk-off sacrifice fly that gave the W to the Braves. Also in this game, Marcelo Zuna had a three-run double in the fifth inning that put the Braves back in the game, and that led, of course, to the extra innings and walk-off win for the Atlanta Braves. The Baltimore Orioles defeated the Tampa Bay Rays 5-1. Four unanswered runs for the Orioles to come back and win this game. The St. Louis Cardinals all over the White Sox 12-2. The Cardinals scored 5 runs in the second inning, and a big player in this game, Ivan Herrera, he had 4 RBIs for the Cardinals. The Royals defeated the Texas Rangers 6-1. Salvador Perez had two home runs in this game, 4 total RBIs, a huge factor for the Royals win. In Texas, the Chicago Cubs defeated the Milwaukee Brewers 5-3. For the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki hit a 2-run home run. You also had Pete Crow Armstrong hitting a solo home run. That was the offense for the Cubs. The Seattle Mariners shut out the Boston Red Sox 8-0. Cal Raleigh, big player in this game, 6 RBIs, including a grand slam in the second inning. That's his 27th home run of the season, and he leads Major League Baseball in that category. The Cleveland Guardians defeated the San Francisco Giants 3-2. A goal-ahead solo home run by Gabriel Arias in the sixth inning put the Guardians on top and held on to the win. The Houston Astros and the Athletics. The Astros won 13-3. Cam Smith, big player in this game, 2 home runs for the Astros. And the Dodgers defeated the San Diego Padres 8-6. It was 3-3 in the fourth inning. Then Will Smith broke the tie with a 2-run home run, and then they went back and forth in this game. Dodgers ended up winning this game at home. And then now we'll go to the WNBA, the Tuesday night scores. Let's start with the Indiana Fever, who defeated the Connecticut Sun 88-71. A lot of pushing and shoving in this game. However, basketball-wise, you got Caitlin Clark, who led the game with 20 points, 6 assists, and the Indiana Fever are in the WNBA Commissioner's Cup championship game. The New York Liberty defeated the Atlanta Dream 86-81. Liberty came back from a 17-point deficit to win this game. Sabrina Ionescu had 34 points. The Washington Mystics defeated the Chicago Sky 79-72. Brittany Sykes, the leading scorer of this game, with 32 points. The Golden State Valkyries played at Dallas to take on the Wings. The Wings won this game 80-71. Paige Beckers with 20 points in this game for the Wings. And for the Golden State Valkyries, former UTEP minor Kayla Thornton had 17 points, 5 rebounds, and a good performance there by Kayla Thornton. Let's go to Minnesota as the Lynx defeated the Las Vegas Aces 76-62. The Lynx, Courtney Williams had 20 points in this game, and the Lynx will take on the Indiana Fever in the WNBA Commissioner's Cup title game July 1st. And the Seattle Storm defeated the Los Angeles Sparks 98-67. Nneka Onwumike had 26 points, also had 5 rebounds in this game. And now let's go to the Men's College World Series. Tuesday, there were 3 games because the LSU UCLA game got suspended on Monday, so they were the first game on Tuesday, and LSU got the win 9-5. Stephen Milam, Centennial High School grad, where it went 2 for 4 in this game with one walk. He also scored a run and had one RBI. And LSU headed to the bracket 2 final. UCLA had to play an elimination game later that night. They played against Arkansas, and Arkansas got the win here 7-3. So it will be LSU and Arkansas tonight on Wednesday night. LSU just has to win tonight to make it to the championship series. Arkansas needs to beat LSU twice. It would be tonight and tomorrow night. And so we'll see what happens there. And on the other side of the bracket, you got Oregon State and Louisville. It was a good game here, and Louisville got the win in walk-off fashion, 7-6. The Louisville Cardinals will take on the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, and here Louisville has to beat Coastal Carolina twice, and Coastal Carolina just one win away from the championship series. Now let's take a look at some soccer. The CONCACAF Gold Cup Tuesday scores: Curacao and El Salvador had a scoreless draw in Canada all over Honduras, 6-0. Today, Wednesday, it will be Mexico taking on Suriname and Costa Rica taking on República Dominicana. And in the FIFA Club World Cup, Fluminense and Borussia Dortmund had a scoreless draw. River Plate defeated Urawa Red Diamonds 3-1. Ulsan and Sundowns won this match 1-0. Monterrey and Inter Milan had a 1-1 draw. And today there will be 4 games featuring Manchester City, Real Madrid, Pachuca, and Juventus. And now let's take a look at some local teams right here in El Paso. You got the El Paso Chihuahuas, a wild game at Southwest University Park last night. Down 3-1, headed to the bottom of the ninth, and Rodolfo Duran walked it off. 2 on, he was batting, and the catcher homers to right center field to walk off the Reno Aces. The Chihuahuas won this game 4-3. This is the first game of the 6-game series at home for the Chihuahuas. They will be back in the field tonight, 6:35 p.m. Game 2 between the El Paso Chihuahuas and the Reno Aces. And that will do it for Bram Sports on this Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel so you can know when a new episode is uploaded. I am your host, Brandon Ramos. Thank you so much for watching.